Welcome to EE 541 instructional lab course on antenna, RF and microwave. Today is the first class where passive circuit characterization using VNA will be demonstrated. Our objective is to measure the S parameters of device under test, which may be a filter as well as a power divider or an antenna also. So these are the various devices under test, of which using vector network analyzer will be measuring for the parameters of reflection as well as transmission. So mainly we measure S parameters for various devices under test using vector network analyzer. In this experiment, the vector network analyzer will be using is of make Rohde & Schwarz, and the model is JVA24. In this vector network analyzer, the frequency range provided to us is from 10 MHz to 24 GHz. So it is a very high-end and state-of-the-art instrument. This instrument is a two-port vector network analyzer, where that of having maximum 2 port we can measure at a time. Before we start measurements, we have to calibrate the vector network analyzer to get rid of various inherent losses as well as inaccuracies which may come because of our probes used at various connecting points, etc. Now, calibration is of two types. One is instrumental calibration and another one is measurement calibration. Generally, we users can only do measurement calibration. The instrumental calibration is done in the manufacturer's end only. So, measurement calibration we have to do it very frequently. Now, for calibration, what we have to perform are the most common calibration standards, which are throw, open, short and max, or load we can say. Briefly we can term it as SALT. SALT means S for short, O for open, L for load and T for throw. Now let's start calibrating our vector network analyzer. Now let's start with calibration. We'll do it with two-port calibration. Now for that, we'll first press the calibration knob. Then we'll go for the soft key for start calibration. Then we'll go for two-port calibration. So now we'll go for TOSM, T for throw, O for open, S for short and M for max. Okay. Now here what we have seen on the screen is port 1 and port 2, and connectors selected are 3.5, PC 3.5. That is SMA connectors of 3.5 millimeter size. Now we can also make choice using our selection knob, and what the characteristic impedance of all those devices we are using is of 50 ohm. Now we have to go for our calibration kit. So whatever connectors we are using, on those connectors some model number is written. As per that, we have to go for the calibration kit or the connectors. So we are choosing Z32 typical for both port. Now let us go for next. Yeah. Now, as we have seen on the screen, we have to use measured standards for port 1 as well as port 2, and then again for port 1 And here isolation is an optional, so we simply need to skip the isolation. So let's start with our open for port 1. So now let us start with open connector. This is a part of our calibration kit. So let us connect with the probe which is connected to the port 1. Here we have to be careful that the male part of the connector only we should rotate, so that the inside conductor is not damaged. So now it is connected. So now we have to select the open for port 1. Now that part is done. Now the selection has come to sort. So removing the open connector, we have to go for the sort. These are all female connectors which we are using as our calibration kit. So this is sort. It has been tightened accordingly, and now we are selecting the sort. See, it is also done. Now the selection has come to match. So now we will connect the match terminator. Here it is a matched terminator. Same thing is repeated. So for port 1, now we have to go for the port 2. So this is the probe which is connected to our port 2. So we are connecting the open connector to the port 2. So it is done. So now we will go for the selecting the open. Yeah, it is done. Now we will do for the sort also, just like before. This is a sort connector for sort. Okay. Sort for port 2 is also done. Now we will go for match, removing the sort connector. This is the match terminator. Yeah. So this is also done. Now we have to go again to port 1 for our throw, that which means we have to connect both port 1 and port 2 via throw connector, which is our last part of our 2-port calibration. This is the throw connector, and we will connect it. Here we have to be a little bit careful because the cables are very heavy. So now we can go for applying our calibration, And as we have already said that isolation here is optional and it is not required for our purpose. So now, right now, let us apply it. So our calibration is done and our instrument is ready for our measurement for whatever device under test we are using. Now we are removing the throw connector from the port to calibration, and let us make our instrument ready for our measurement of the device under test. After completion of calibration, now let us continue with a DAT, which is a device under test, and our device under test would be a low pass filter, which is a microstrip low pass filter. So let's connect it to port 1 and port 2 respectively. You have to be careful while connecting the SMA connector to the male side of our probe. The rotator of the male side we are actually rotating just to avoid damage to the inside conductor. Now let's see to the screen where we are getting the S parameter for our low pass filter. Now we will learn how to change the frequency as well as power for our experiment. So here the stop frequency as it is showing is 5 GHz, which we would like to reduce. See, if we double click at the rightmost bottom, then at the above the frequency is coming to 5 GHz, which is already there. So we can change it to 4. Now I am putting enter. So now it has reduced. The stop frequency has reduced to 4 GHz. That way we can also change our power. Double clicking the bottom side where 0 dBm written. So now it has come to be 0 dBm. So if we want, we can also change the power here. So that way we can change power as well as frequency, stop frequency, start frequency as well. Suppose for instance, if we double click the start frequency, it has come to the start frequency it is showing. So we can change it. Now for our experiment 1 GHz is okay. So let it remain to be 1 GHz. Already we have got the reading for S11. Now we will go for S12. So as we have seen on the screen that for low pass filter, from here the attenuation has started, and in the low pass side we can also check at what point the attenuation has started by using our cursor. So let us set the marker here. This is the marker. So from here onwards it has started to attenuate. So that way we can place markers as much as we need. So we can also move the marker like this. So that way also we can go for this filter, which is symmetric. The S21 and S12 would be symmetric. So if we check S21 also, we see that there is not much change. It is similar because symmetric. This is a symmetric filter. After getting the S parameters for the microstrip filter, low pass filter, now we are changing our device under test to be a power divider. Here the power divider is supposed to divide the power equally into the both output ports. So this is a 3-port device, as we have seen. This is a 3-port device, and as you see, one output port has been closed with a mesh terminator, and now the input port is being connected to port 1. And port 2 is now being connected to the other side of our power divider to see whether the power is being halved or not. We can check it using our VNA, where S parameter will give us the required measurement. So now, if getting closer to our screen, the from S11 parameter, now it has come to into evidence that the point where reflection is minimum is around 808 megahertz. So this is the point at which frequency the power is being fed to our power divider. So now source is at 800 megahertz. So we have to check whether power divided at the other port at the same frequency, because at any other frequency the ratio of power division may be changing. So keeping our marker at the same position, let us go to the S21, where we can check the power at the same frequency. See, right now the marker says that our power is at almost minus 3 dB. So we can say that the power is being divided equally. So same thing can be verified if we alter the positions of our probe as well as mesh terminator. Then the power being obtained at the other port can be ascertained. Let us change it. This is our mesh terminator. Let's see. So we see that it has not at the same position, the power is almost same, that is minus 3.27, which is almost equal to minus 3.3 dB. So now we can say that power is being divided equally between the two output ports. So now our S parameter measurement using of our power divider is complete this way. Yeah, now the device under test we are taking for measurement is an antenna. It's supposed to be a multi-band antenna that we are connecting to the port 1 for measurement, and for that we have already calibrated the device for port 1. So it is already done. So we can now our device is, our equipment is ready for measurement. So we are connecting it. Yeah, it is done. Now as our S11 is concerned, it is showing almost 5 band. So it is a multi-band antenna. As we can see, there are 5 bands, 5 frequency bands for this multi-band antenna, which are at various points, which can be ascertained by our placing marker. Yes. So this band starts from say around 1.4 gigahertz to 2.3 gigahertz. Yeah, this is the first band. Then you can see almost it is the next band starts from 3.3 gigahertz to 3.84 gigahertz. Then the third band starts at say 4.3 gigahertz. Then it stops at 5.4 gigahertz. It is now for the fourth band. It starts from 5.7 gigahertz and stops at 6.24 gigahertz. And the last, where the last band is concerned, it is starts at around 6.6 gigahertz and stops at 7.33 gigahertz or like that. So this is a multi-band antenna, and from S11 already the characteristics of the antenna is verified. So we have today completed the first experiment where we learned how to use the vector network analyzer, and in the first step we learned how to calibrate it for single port as well as multi-port. That is, we calibrated it for 2 port, and then we measured S parameter for various device under test, which were power divider, filter and antenna, and all those were passive circuit characterization using vector network analyzer. So this is for our first experiment, and then in the next experiment the same thing we will continue using active circuits. Thank you.